Hello, we have a guest here. There's Arla, sister, downstairs neighbor, blah, 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 blah. And we also have Watson, sort of.
Hi, then.
And I don't know where Blackbird is yet. He's speaking capabilities of nada. I don't know where they are. Should be somewhere. So, anyway, to update what we're going to do, we're going to talk about fibromyalgia. Just because I had wanted to. I don't know about Arla, but I had wanted to do a podcast, a thing on that. And today's just a good day because Arla's home and not in as much pain as could be. And
it's always debatable.
Just depends on the day, pretty much. And I'm home, same here, so it's fairly easy going with that at this point of time. Also at 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, and all the other stuff, we know that the Animal House is it just Animal House or is it Iron? Is it Animal Iron as well? At least Animal House. Justin's Animal House, and possibly even Iron Dog. I'm not sure. I don't remember so much, but there's that on tonight as well. And let's see. Iron Animal House, and they are going to have on Savage Stripe tonight. So you're going to want to see that as well. I know I'm picking my own screen here, but people can watch mine a little bit later if you want to. And of course, you want to see Savage as well. So I am being nice. Why am I being nice? Oh,
come on now.
Ruining
really are nice.
Ruining my reputation.
And sometimes it's really hard to be nice with fibro because you'd really rather just rip the whole world a new one.
Exactly. Because simple point about fibro, they consider it a, what's it called now? A
syndrome.
Oh yes, a syndrome.
Because it just has so many different symptoms. Everybody's case of fibro is different.
Which is very difficult for anyone who has fibro because people don't believe in it because it's so unusual. And because all of us are different, except we all have some or quite a few basic issues that come up. It's just the relevance of the issue, how bad it is, when it happens. For instance, if we have a big spike on a if we have a heavy drop in the pressure, air pressure, pretty much all of the fibro people are going to be feeling like they're under rocks. And
they're being hit by a Mack truck.
Or having a great big piano fall on your head.
Whatever your main symptom is will be more exacerbated if we have a low pressure system.
Mhm. The one thing that is very definite with anyone who has fibromyalgia is the pain.
Yeah.
And it is
And the
debilitating.
tiredness.
Inability to think. Um,
Fibro fog. That's what we love.
Yay! You can work like this at 20% and not get fired?
Yeah.
Right. Um, I love how the doctor still wanted me to work, but the psych said I wouldn't hire you, which is why you're going on disability. It's like, yeah. And that, once again, like I said, people don't believe, even some doctors don't believe in the syndrome.
Thankfully, that has gotten better.
Much
I
better.
was diagnosed in 87 and practically nobody believed it then.
Mm-hmm.
It was split up into so many different things: chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, MS. They keep wanting to call it MS, and at least now there's a definitive test for MS. Even back then there wasn't. But it's not like chronic fatigue and fibro are the same thing. It's just one symptom is more, it can be worse for some people than others. But the medical system is more likely to believe it than others. But getting more than one doctor to believe it, that's the key.
And it's, a lot of them have different views of what it's supposed to be, depending on what they've read in many cases as well. Some also think that it's from getting Lyme disease, that's what causes it. Some believe it's because of a traumatic incident that causes, hey, Blackbird!
Hi, Blackbird.
Let's get you in here, kiddo. And you can ask us questions. Hey, Justin! Hello, fam. Told everyone about you guys going on for 6, so got I got that set in. So, and I'm still going to kick people over because Okay, I got the stream thing on there. Blackbird, pop in if you like. How are you doing today, Justin? I don't know how much you've known about fibromyalgia. It's really an awakening situation. I mean, for okay, it's okay. If you want to come on, you come on. If you don't, if you're busy and can't come on, then don't come on. It's all your choice, kiddo. Just know that, you're my other person in this, and you're not forced to do anything. It's all your choice. I don't like to push things anyway. Okay. For instance, one of the issues, like Arla said, is that things can some of the symptoms can be dealt with in certain ways, but different for different people. For instance, with the pain, it takes me and Arla a few different medications in order to cut that back. And they are not wimpy medications. These are high deal, if not jumped over to the other side of heavy medications.
Which of course all have side effects.
Every medication always has side effects. Like Justin and I said the other day, there's side effects to everything. Oh yes, I am depressed. So what does it say? May cause depression.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, may make you homicidal. All right. I hit the jackpot.
Yeah, and a big part of fibromyalgia is insomnia. And a lot of these medications may cause insomnia.
Oh, may cause insomnia and may cause tiredness as well.
Or nausea, which is also a big part of fibromyalgia.
Yeah. One of my other favorites is it may cause diarrhea and
Or constipation.
or.
Yeah, you got to take your pick.
Sometimes it's just both, which
depending on the day, which is very, very like fibromyalgia. Good days, bad days, or worse days.
Yep. And like I was saying, Arla and myself, we have to take heavy medications just to calm everything down so that we could do stuff. If it's a good day like today, I mean, we're both still
up. We're both on our feet.
We're awake and we have our clothes on. Be happy. Sometimes that's a difficult part of the day, just getting into the damn clothes because they hurt.
Yes.
You put the stuff on and literally your skin feels like it's going into spasms, every single little fiber. It just is not the nicest thing. And hello, whoever else is on. So we take have to take really heavy stuff.
I have long hair. Trying some days to get a brush through my hair or having the strength of my arm to brush my hair, forget it.
Putting the arm up past here,
it's not going to happen. It.
And one of the easiest things in order to deal with anything is just to sit there and look into the screen.
Or lay on a heating pad.
Mm-hmm.
I can turn a page in a book. That's about it. Throw a toy for my dog.
Yeah. And often as not, I'm so out of it that I can't think. The only thing I can put on is something so dense and so mind-bogglingly simple and stupid that I'm not in severe complication. But also, I have a friend in Sault Ste. Marie who takes magnesium calcium pill, and she's fine. So, what? I have to take these medications that is close to heavy dope-ups, close to barbiturates, is it? Or
opiates
and such. You know, that's the next step if I need to get better pain relief is obituates, which I do not want to be on. But that's one of the only remaining ones if the other medications that I have been put on doesn't work. So I'll sit here and just play pain all day if I don't want to get that far. I don't want to be that far. But and then, like I said, another person the pain will go away with just magnesium and calcium. It's so confusing of an issue when people look at stuff like that and go, well, why don't you just take magnesium and calcium? Well, I do.
I do too.
But
I do 3.
But not for that. It just helps a bit, teensy weensy for like myself or Arla. Hi, Dot.
Hello, everyone.
So we get that bit. And like we said, the doctors used to, and some still do, not understand or care about um, fibromyalgia, or doesn't propose to it.
It's only been in the last, I think, maybe 7 or 8 years that they've recognized that it's an immunosuppressed, an immune disease, which causes a cell, the lining of the cells, the lining that surrounds the cells is what gets inflamed, which causes pain. But um, they just didn't do enough research on it to understand what it was.
Yeah.
So throwing anti-inflammatory drugs at it just didn't work, because that actually treats nerve disease, where this is an immune disease syndrome. And it's a syndrome because there's so many symptoms to it, and every person that has it has a different set of symptoms. So, in some ways, you got to forgive the medical system, because it is so hard to track down.
And they believe, and there are those who believe that you're just pretending, because how can it be like that?
And there isn't a simple blood test that says, "Oh, you have fibromyalgia."
No.
It's almost a process of elimination.
That's what my doctor had said in the first place, was that it was a process of elimination. You have to check the 18 points, I think it is.
Oh, that's an old test, hon.
Oh, they still use it a bit.
Yeah, well, it's a trigger. It can be one of the tests they use, but it isn't a diagnostic test.
No, it's not a diagnostic. It's just to get the idea of whether.
Like the pain clinics don't even check trigger points anymore.
Yeah. My doctor
used to.
Yeah, my doctor checked the trigger points for that and for the myofascial.
But you went to a GP. If you go to a pain clinic now, they won't check trigger points. So, like I said, it's an evolving process. And so is the combination of medications that they put you on.
And what exactly they believe themselves. For instance, my doctor had read that a lot of fibromyalgia patients, if they did not have structure in their lives, meaning going out and working, they would suicide.
Well,
or worsen, or go and go suicidal.
That's from the depression of having a chronic disease, but they don't tell you that. People
not believing you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't only work with the doctors not believing. Your friends, your family, everyone, they look at you and you're great, you're doing wonderful, and then all of a sudden you're like, your head in your hands and you can hardly speak, you're in so much pain. And it's like, what? You were fine just 5 minutes ago. You got to be bluffing.
Yeah, or you go out for a date, or you go to a wedding and you have to leave halfway through, or you cancel a date, or you cancel plans because when you made them, you were fine. And then the next day, no, can't do it.
You start cooking, and the heat of the element makes you be in so much pain that you have to stop and get someone else to do it, or put it to the side for a couple hours or something, because you just can't finish it, because it's that bad when it goes like that. And then there's other weird symptoms, like the skin feels like it's crawling.
Burning,
crawling,
itching.
There was one time that a fairly large bug was on my face, and David got it off my face and put it outside. He's one of these, you don't kill them, you put them outside so the spiders can kill them.
I have that food.
But I did not feel it because I was already in so much pain, and I could, my skin was feeling like it was crawling anyway. So it crawling on me, I did not register. And it was not a small critter either. He's like, how couldn't you feel that? And it's like, yeah, you get fibromyalgia, you'll figure it out. But people don't believe that. How can you believe things like this? It sounds completely,
Fictional.
yes, fictional. And when you have a good support system, you're lucky. Because people get tired of it. They just assume that you're lying, and they get tired of it. And sooner or later, a lot of people's support system, especially if it wasn't a good support system in the first place, just completely breaks down.
Disappears.
And you're on your own.
You cringe at when someone says, "How you doing? How you feeling?" Oh God, fine.
I'm okay. I'm still alive.
The dreaded question you really don't want to know. I'm fine.
And then there's the other side where you'll feel horrible, and then 10 minutes later, you're okay. And it's like, how in the world did that happen? Well, something in the system did something. You don't know what it is. I mean, some things alleviate symptoms, like a nice bath, usually. Uh,
For some people.
For some people it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Some people need to read a book or watch comedy or watch a scary movie or
Play a game.
Play a game. Those all actually help, which is really weird. Oh no, the serotonin. That's what it is that does it. The serotonin, but it doesn't fully alleviate it either. It calms it for a certain amount of time. You're still getting the symptoms, but it's just serotonin really does wonders in the body. And that too is like, how the heck it sounds like fiction.
Sometimes facts are stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, last few years, just look at those. Fiction was a lot easier to deal with. But symptoms, which people don't understand. For instance, as we mentioned, putting on clothes. Morning, afternoon, or whenever you wake up.
Depends on when you went to sleep.
Depends on when your body allowed you to get sleep. And it also depends on when you decide to get sleep. Or when you've tried and it doesn't feel right, then you're up. But then people are upset at you because you're staying up. Yeah. But putting on the clothes can feel anywhere from, okay, it's fine, just, tingly, annoying, or, oh my God, if I move an arm another inch, I'm going to have it break off. Mm-hmm. And then the feeling of the clothes being on so heavy, and so there's sometimes it feels like you're itchy or scratchy or just it, everything. I mean, blankets or the poor cats. what am I over here? um, or the puppy dog. Um, so it can take. I've taken over an hour getting dressed. There have been times that David has had to help me get dressed when I was still working because I just couldn't do it alone because my arms were so painful and legs, and it's weird. Um so I don't know. What other effects? Oh, dry mouth. Some
Yeah,
people get
well,
dry mouth.
that could be from meds too, though.
Eh,
I mean,
yeah.
and they keep changing the meds, so you go through withdrawal from one med to be put on a different med, and
And then you,
yeah, we've
yeah,
talked about brain fog, fibro fog, forgetting words.
transposing one for word for another.
Yeah,
I I have many times said cucumbers or for celery or celery for lettuce or box for bag. Um, almost
the actual term for that is aphasia, and that is one of the tests that they use now. For
test.
it is actually one of the
Tests.
tests that they will use to determine whether you have fibro, is what your level of aphasia is.
Yeah, which changes every single freaking day.
Mhm.
Thanks, guys.
So it depends on when you go to your doctor, what your level of aphasia is. And we had that when we went to your doctor. Well, I don't seem to, she said your level of aphasia she didn't notice that it was that bad.
Not that day.
That's what I said to her. I've been around you a lot more than she had, and it was pretty noticeable to me.
Or she's gotten worse.
Yeah, it had definitely gotten worse over the time I'd known you at that time, and that was years ago.
But how many meds are there too? I mean, yeah, it got worse. Gained more weight. How many meds say gain weight?
Oh,
Or lose weight? Or
not a lot
gain
of them
and
say
lose?
lose weight, but the
The gain and
majority
lose
of them
are
say
fun.
gain.
Like I said, I love the ones that contradict each other.
Yeah.
But you could have both and another.
Mhm.
And like I had one medication which, I still have that one. I get to a certain point on that medication, I get vicious. I mean, vicious. But at the lower level, I'm fine. But the doctor wanted to put me on a higher level, and I said, no, 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 no.
Okay.
And she said, why won't you go on a higher level before? You have been on a higher level. And I said, because.
Too much right there. You knew that was going to happen.
Well, time to play with the cat.
Nice.
Play nice, Pam.
Dot, your cat is in your room.
Is he?
Or he was.
He may still be in there.
Yeah, I closed your door and gave him food.
Okay.
And
Figure it
kicked
out.
girls out.
Puma, nice.
Okay, I'll go and check on him and
Yeah, Puma was being mean.
Nice.
Cute story just off the side here because of Puma. Puma's been picking on Bailey a bit. Bailey's the big cat. And yesterday, she chased him out of Dorothy's room, which is his room, of course, because he's Dorothy's cat. So she chased him out, and he ran out here, and then all of a sudden stopped really fast, and she ran right into his rear end, face in the butt. I was wishing I had my camera out. I really, that would have been a perfect short. Just perfect. Anyway, what was I saying before that?
Losing words. Fibrofog.
Oh yeah. Losing words, fiber fog, and the doctor was thinking I was just fine, and it's like I'm not just fine, but I was getting worse.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. It's just as complicated as the medications.
Speaking of
It definitely is.
the med that you take that gets you vicious, you were talking about that.
Oh yes, the vicious one. Yeah, so I couldn't be on anything higher, and she was quite confused on that one. There was another one though that I had, which oh, it made me vicious, but I had to have that, and there was a okay. Now I forget what it was. Hello, how you doing, Newman? Wonderful to see you hanging in the boat. Always love seeing. Well, I love seeing everyone come in actually, but Newman's a sweetie.
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Newman.
Hi, Newman.
It got me frazzled. Oh, right. I had this one medication which made me sick, so I needed this other medication which cut out the sickness. Then that medication, but that medication, if I took too much of that medication, made me vicious. And so only a certain amount, so I had to have another medication to help with both.
Yeah, I love being on medications that help with the side effects of medication. It's like, good God Almighty.
And then you have to be on another medication to fix up both medications.
Yeah. I see Newman outdoors. Being outdoors, Newman, killer. Son with fibromyalgia is just like, I used to love being outdoors. I was a hiker, a climber, just camper, you name it. And now being
Same.
outside is so painful. I miss it so much. It's like the worst symptom of fibromyalgia is not being able to handle the sun and the heat.
Or just seeing the sunlight is, you have to have a certain amount of dark, or just dark. Because the head, the dizziness.
Dizziness, yeah.
Oh, I hate the dizzy. Dizzy and
that's a constant.
Yes, it's a constant. And then cats jumping on your head.
Cats jumping everywhere.
Oh God, she was crazy last night. She was jumping on top of the china cabinet and then up onto the
Okay.
oh, she was just zooming all over the place. And then she'd go bounce, 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 fall off the bed. Bounce, 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 bounce.
That's a little off topic.
A little off topic, but it was fun. It's fun because she keep on falling into the dresser or something. Run into the door and then back up and try it again. Yeah. Anyway, where were we?
Dorothy, switch out with me.
Switch out with you?
Yeah.
You going to run away?
Yeah.
You're escaping?
Yes.
Okay.
It was nice talking to you, everybody. enjoy the rest of your evening, and the next live show's coming up.
Yep. And hello. Oh, in about 3 minutes, he'll be up. I'm glad that you're doing good, Newman. It's wonderful.
We shall talk to you next time.
Bye-bye, Arla.
My dog is cornered. I have to go rescue him.
Oh, Puma's got him.
Miss Puma, thank you. Okay, come on. You're safe now.
Oh, man,
Is
Puma.
that full fair and health?
Not really.
No,
I woke up in pain this morning, so.
it's too bad.
Oh,
Just give it back then.
worry in Arla's link. Oh, Arla doesn't have a link. Arla's not on a channel or anything like that. Arla's our roommate, sister roommate, whatever. And that's the way we get hold of her. We just bang on the door for downstairs. It's just fortunate to me that she knows a lot of stuff, the same as me. Or, I mean, I have another video of the two of us talking about cancer, because she had cancer twice. So I wanted to discuss cancer with her and what exactly it does, give people an idea. Was like from when she was 19 as opposed to what it's like now, which is different but the same in many ways. I had wanted to talk about fibromyalgia today because it seemed like a good topic, because I have fibromyalgia, and so does Arla. And it's just an interesting topic if you can remember what you're saying. So sometimes it's not the best thing for the person who has fibromyalgia to actually discuss it. But anyway, I am going to scamper on over to
That other one.
Yeah, to the animal house, and I have the link to that in the title for this video. So thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you for taking a look at this later if you do. I hope you can garner a little bit of information from it, maybe. And if you have trouble or someone else has trouble that you think might have fibromyalgia, then you can always contact me and I can give you ideas of what we've gone through, and tell you about fibromyalgia groups that you can join, and what to look out for, etc., etc. So anyway, thank you very much. Please to
Subscribe and click like.
subscribe and click like, and as per normal, laters, gators.